In the last tutorial, we worked on the health component for our character. Now we're going to work on the attacking component. So, first of all, let's delete these 3 pads. We don't need them anymore. Let's go to blueprints, the blueprint folder, and we're going to create a new folder, call it others. Take these 3 pads, put them here, move this pad also, move it here, and we're going to go to actor components, and we're going to create a new folder, call it actor, or call it health system. Grab all of these, put them here, and we're going to create a new folder, call it attacking system. In the attacking system, we're going to add a blueprint class of type actor component, call it AC attacker, and let's open it up. So we're going to create the variables for our attacking component. So we're going to create the target to attack. It's going to be of type actor, and we're going to create attack damage of type float, attack rate of type float, and attack range of type float also. Here we're going to create a new function. Let's call it attack target. We're going to grab our target to attack. I'm going to check if it is valid. It is valid with the question mark. Put the execution pin and look for function apply damage. I'm going to put this here, and we're going to put here if valid. Lastly, we're going to grab our attack damage and put it here. Change the damage type class to physical, and that's about it. Now let's close this and let's create our minion that we will be attacking. So let's create a new blueprint class of type character, call it Minion. And let's give it a visual representation also, just like our character. Call it sphere. Scale it down a little bit. And put it down, just like this. Now I want to change the color of the minion, just so we can distinguish it from the others. So we're going to go to contents, create a new folder, call it materials. In it we're going to create a new material, call it Minion. And it's going to be fairly easy. We're just going to look for vector 3. Vector 3, constant vector 3. And we're going to put it in the base color. Now we're going to double click on this black square. Put this up. Put this up also, and let's look for somewhat like this. Good. Now apply and save and close this. Now let's go to materials in our minion, and we're going to look for minion. Now let's add the attacker. So let's say attacker component, and let's initialize our defaults. So let's say in the attack damage we're going to say 100. The rate is going to be 1, so we're going to be attacking once every second. The attack range is going to be say 100 centimeters, so 1 meter, and that's it. Save and compile, close this, and now let's go back to our blueprint. Now we want our minion to be controlled by the computer. We are not going to be piloting our enemies. We need them to be controlled by some sort of artificial intelligence, and for that we're going to create a behavior tree. So in the blueprints folder we're going to create a new folder, call it AI. Inside AI, new folder called Minion, and inside it we're going to create artificial intelligence and behavior tree. Call this BT Minion, and we're going to create a blackboard. Call it BTB Minion. So the blackboard is going to be just a holder for variables that we will use inside the behavior tree. One final thing, we're going to create a blueprint class of type AI controller. Call this AIC Minion, and we're going to assign this to our minion. So let's go back to blueprints, the minion, and we're going to look for AI controller. We're going to replace our default value here by AI minion, and the reason we just did this is because we need to assign the blueprint or the behavior tree that we just created to our minion. So here in AIC minion we're going to look for on possess, and we're going to look for run behavior tree. Put the execution pin here, and the BT asset we're going to put BT minion that we just created. Compile and save for the AI controller, and now let's open our behavior tree. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Blackboard, and we're going to create an object, and that object is going to be called attack or target to attack. Let's go to key type, base class, and the base class is going to be of type actor. Let's save and go to our behavior tree. So inside the behavior tree we're going to create a selector, and we're going to create a new task. We're going to create a tasks folder in our minion folder. So tasks, this task is going to be called BTT find target, and we're going to create another task called btt underscore attack target inside the tasks folder again, and save it. Now inside our selector we are going to look for the task btt find target, and we're going to look for move to, which is already provided by Unreal Engine, and we are going to look for btt attack target. So the way a selector works is it loops through the tasks that are under it from left to right, and if one of them returns true, we stop there and we go back again. So now for the btt target, we don't want it to be a naked task like this. We want to actually create a sequence before it, and then we're going to call btt attack target. The reason why we're doing this is because we want to wait a short moment of time before we attack again. So we're going to say wait blackboard time. Now we're going to create another variable in our blackboard, call it attack rate, and in our behavior tree is going to be set up automatically as the blackboard key for the wait blackboard time. Now let's implement our tasks. So inside find target, we're going to look for execute receive execute AI. We're going to look for finish execute. Now we're going to look for the function that will create a sphere that will look for targets around us. So we're going to say sphere overlap actors. Put this here, and we are going to get controlled pawn, get actor location, and we will put this as the sphere position. We also want to ignore our current actor. We don't want to check for ourselves as the enemy because that would be unintuitive. And for the object types, we're going to promote this to variable, and we're going to compile, create an element inside the object types of type pawn. Compile again, get the first element in this actors array, and we are going to set it to the blackboard variable attack to target to attack. So we're going to say set blackboard actor, or is it set blackboard object as object, and put this here. Inside key, we're going to promote this to a variable, call this target to attack, and we also want to set the target to attack in our attacker component. So we're going to go to control pawn again, we're going to get controller or get component class by class. This component class will be the AC attacker, and we're going to set attack target to attack. We're going to put this here also. Now we're going to put the execution pin in this order. And one final thing is we need to check whether we actually overlapped with anything. So let's say branch. If we did overlap with anything, we're going to actually do this instead. And if we didn't, we're going to go straight to the execution, finish execute. And we're going to put this in success. Much better like this. Let's compile this and save it. And let's implement our attack target task. For the attack target, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to look for receive execute AI and finish execute. Here we're going to get a component by class. It's going to be the attacker, AC attacker component, and we are going to call attack target. And upon attacking, we also need to do another thing. We need to get our attack rate, and we're going to set Blackboard value as float. And we're going to take the key and promote to variable, and the key is going to be called attack rate. Another thing is the variable needs to be public, so we can use it later inside the behavior tree. So also let's not forget to do this. Compile and find target. Now let's grab the execution pin here and attack, and just like this, it will always be true. And that's it for our attack target task. So one final thing before we can test this is we need to create a couple of decorators for our behavior tree. And what decorators are is they are modifiers that are applied to the behavior tree leaves. So it can be a modification of a Blackboard variable or a condition check. And in this case, we're going to perform a condition check. So let's add a new decorator. It will inherit from blueprint base. Create a new folder, call it decorators, like this, and call it btd underscore is target null. And we are going to create another decorator, call it btd underscore target in range, or is target in range. Now let's implement these two decorators. So here we are not going to do the execute or receive execute just like we did with the tasks. Instead, we're going to go to functions here and the override button. We're going to look for perform condition check AI. And inside this, we're going to look for get blackboard value as actor, and the key is going to be promote to variable, target to attack, and we're going to get our target here. I'm going to check is valid. Is valid the pure function, not the question mark, and we're going to apply a not boolean and hook this here, and that should be about it. Now let's implement our target in a range decorator. Same thing here, we're going to go to override perform condition check, and we're going to go to controlled pawn. We're going to get our component by class here, and set the component class to AC attacker, and we're going to get the attack range. Now we're going to get blackboard value as actor again, and we're going to promote this to variable, target to attack. Again, this should be public. Same thing for the other variable in BTD is target null. Compile, and we're going to get distance. Get distance to. We're going to get the controlled pawn here. So we're checking for the distance between the controlled pawn and the target to attack. We're going to check if it is less or equals to attacking range. If it is, then we are in fact within the attacking range. So let's compile and save here. Compile and save. And I think that should be about it. Oops, I forgot to set the sphere radius here. So we're going to set this to 500 centimeters, so 5 meters, just so we give our overlap sphere the range to look for enemies within a 5 meter radius. Compile this and save it. Now let's put our decorators that we just made. So here in find BTT target, I'm going to right click and I'm going to look for the add decorator, and I'm going to look for target is null. In move to, I'm going to look for decorator target is in range, and I'm going to click on the target in range, and I'm going to set the inverse condition box. I want to check it to true. One last thing is we need to do the rounds here, and we're going to assign the task and the decorator keys that we created earlier. So these ones here, the blackboard keys, we're going to assign them one by one. So target to attack is going to assign to target to attack from the blackboard. Target to attack here. Same thing here. And for the last one is going to be the attack rate. For the attack target, we're going to set the attack rate. Let's grab our minion. Where is it? Put it here. So another thing is we don't want our minion to affect the we don't want it to affect the navigation mesh. We're going to double click it here, look for the sphere, and in details look for navigation, and can ever affect navigation, set to false. Compile and save. Save here. Now let's try to run it. And now we are in range of the minion. It is following us. Nice. So it is following us, and if we are in a range, it will start to attack us. If we go far enough, it will keep following us, but the attacking will stop. Another thing is, okay, there is an error here. Let's fix it. So here in is target in range. Yes, so we need to check whether this variable is valid or not. Is valid with the question mark. If it is valid, we are going to return our node like this. Compile and save. Now let's run it, and hopefully there will be no error. Another thing, the minion is actually too fast, so let's slow him down. Let's go to BP minion and look for speed. Set this to about 150. Now it is much slower. And if we are in range, we'll be attacked again. Now I think that this video has gotten long enough. We will continue the work of the attacking in the next video. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next one.